Hello. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about what are we doing during this crisis. And I bring that up because a lot of us have got orders from our governors to stay home, or we're practicing social distancing, or schools have been closed down, so we're actually home with our kids. And it's put a real bend or surprise in our usual daily routines. And so, my question is, are you just going with the flow? Are you thinking about what needs to be done? Are you attempting to establish a routine? I myself personally, I'm one of those people where patterns helps. Where I'm, having a routine, having a daily practice, it is really helpful for me. Not everybody is that way, but a lot of us are. And having a routine is very helpful because even if you fall off your routine or don't get everything done that you had on your list to do, by having the routine the next day, it's that much easier to pick up. I have a daily practice of meditation, incense, sacred writing. Every day I do these. Now some days I don't feel like doing them. And I'll be honest, some days I haven't done it. But because I have the routine and the pattern of doing it, I have the power of momentum on my side. So that I might miss a day, but then when that next day comes up, the power of momentum is able to help me get back on track. For me, that is what works for me. Other people have different things. I happen to have two girls who are both out of school and doing homeschooling in my house. In addition to, we have a toddler here. And so having the girls home from school every day has completely altered our usual practice and routine. And the girls also, because they don't have school at a standard time and are learning their classes online and stuff, they are also lacking in their usual typical pattern. So I've attempted to, and I've talked with my ex, who's my co-partner, and we're going to come up with a chore list and stuff for the girls to do. We're not necessarily putting a timetable thing on this because I, for one, I'm horrible at timetables. If I say I have to do something by 2 o'clock, that becomes work, and then I resist it. It's an issue I'm dealing with, and I'm getting better at it. But it is a thing that I have. And so with my girls, we're just coming up with a chore chart with a list of things they need to do every day. It doesn't say when they have to do it. They can do it at their own choosing. I, of course, encourage them to knock it out of the park early so that way they can have the rest of the day to do the things that they want to do. My girls are interesting in that the oldest one is a early riser like I am. Or rather, should I say, I used to be. And the younger one is rather a late riser. And that's fine. I'm not going to try to change who they are. I'm just going to give them the list and let them work on getting it done every day. And I'm hoping that once we get back into a pattern, they'll establish their own routine that works for them. And in the end of the day, that is the most important thing, is that we have the routine that is comfortable and works for us. And I think that a lot of us can find comfort from knowing that we've done everything, so to speak, on our list. Those that are still going to work, well, they have a bit of stability, but even within their workplace, and then when they come home, things are different. And so new routines and patterns may need to be established. I don't know. When I'm working with clients one-on-one, with life coaching and stuff, this is one of the things that we look into, is establishing time frames and things like that. When I first started being the wizard, so to speak, full-time, many years ago, Alex Finn gave me a very powerful meditation that I did and went through, and I was able to come up with the list of things that I had the passion to do every day and that needed to be done. And by taking that list, I was able to block it out during the day so that I could set aside time to make sure that I was able to satisfy my passion and also satisfy the things that need to be done to function in life. You know, if you don't have to, a lot of the things that we do in life, we don't have to have a passion for, and that's fine. You know, paying your bills, you may not be passionate about paying them, but you take the time to pay your bills. You know, and things like that. Taking out the trash, you may not be passionate about taking out the trash, but you know it needs to be taken out, so you take the trash out. But there are some things in our life that we are passionate about, and too often we set aside the things that we are passionate about to spend time doing the things that we need to do. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't do those things, not at all, but find time to indulge your passion. Do what is calling you. And if the fact that what is calling you can also be incorporated into other things, like if you have a passion for your job, or you have a passion for a clean house, or you know, that's great. But indulge your passion. Take time for you. Take time for you. Fill your cup up with energy, so that way you can be more useful to other people. You don't have to be more useful for other people, but if you want to give to other people, it's a lot easier if you are relaxed and full of yourself, and you filled yourself with your own energy. I know the analogy's been used a lot before, but when you're on a plane, the first thing they teach you in case something goes sideways is put your own mask on first before you try to help anybody else put their mask on. Because you need to have your supply of oxygen, so therefore you're able to function and help other people out. And the same thing is with you and your passion in your life. Don't forget about yourself. Don't do so much for so many other people, and don't do so much in this world that you forget about yourself, and you forget to engage in your passion, and you forget to take the time to fill yourself up with energy. And if you're feeling the calling for change, as I talked about in a previous video, 2020 is the year for change, and there's a huge change energy behind the fear that we're feeling right now. And so now is the time for you to introspect and look in and see if there's some changes that you want to make for yourself, and some changes you'd like to see in the world. And engage in your passion. Enjoy your passion. Enjoy yourself. Be yourself and be nice to yourself. Really. Just be nice to yourself and treat yourself like you would someone you loved.